Hiya.
How are you?
Have you heard the news?
No, go on.
Panama.
Really?
Panama?
Again?
No, I'm talking about football.
What's happened?
The World Cup.
What, have they made it?
They made it! First ever.
Fucking hell.
First ever World Cup.
Yeah, that must be. Bloody hell, man. So who's not qualified out of that lot then?
America.
Shitting hell, man. And America, let's be honest, right? America are seen as generally one of the real up-and-coming football countries of the future, aren't they? I'm assuming Mexico have done it, yeah?
Mexico have done it. We'll deal with the Panama thing first.
Yeah, go on, mate.
Amazing scenes. They've won 2-1.
Hang on, so who are they playing?
Costa Rica.
Jesus.
You got their commentators going mental. Obviously, first time they've ever qualified, and I'm so happy. Do you know what I thought about?
Yeah. Go on.
Remember what I was saying about Albania at the Euros?
Yeah.
Panama are going to be the Albania of the Russia World Cup.
Basically, it's just going to be like the best fans.
Best fans, yeah. Great people. There's no getting around the fact these people are a joyous people, a beautiful people. And I think everyone's going to be happy to be around them. And I just hope that we're in their group. But it's already been declared a national holiday today over there.
I love it. Yeah, we'd never do that, would we?
Well, we'll get to us. But, we talked about Millwall the other day.
Yeah.
I now want you to explain the high regard that we hold Panama in as a country.
Yeah, I mean, hang on 1 second. No, I'm not. Somebody just asking me if I'm the free radio fan.
You're much bigger than that.
Yeah, I mean, great country. I mean, absolutely superb location. I mean, on the junction between really North America and South America, Pacific one side, Atlantic the other.
It's a really unique place, and it's almost an undiscovered place for a lot of people over here because it's not somewhere you really go on holiday.
I know, yeah, like the twatty sort of tourist types from here who I mean, at times, obviously, everybody used to just go to Spain, didn't they, and that sort of thing. But now you get the ones who think they're a bit more educated. It's the same sort of office bimbo types, but now they'll go to like slightly more different European places. Or, I'm going to Mexico or to Brazil. But they stick to the resort, the touristy areas. The point is, you need to be going to a place where, there's a possibility of your life ending. Because then that's what makes it a good away day.
Well, I mean, we won't talk about it on here, but
no.
That's one thing that Panama does offer.
Yeah, but once you're going about everything the right way, you're all right.
I mean, I haven't spoke to our pal from over there yet, but
they must be well, they probably hungover, aren't they?
I don't think any of them will have slept yet. I've seen footage of what's going on in the streets. It's just unreal.
No, just give me a second. I will in a minute.
Who are you talking to?
Just fuck off. All right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Where were we?
Yeah, Panama.
Oh yeah, absolutely brilliant.
One of my favourite scenes from last night was one of their substitutes legging it down the pitch.
Yeah.
1 minute into injury time as the ball goes out of play, and he just boots it right into row Z.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Just brilliant. But I mean, Panama going through means that America don't go through.
I'm glad about that, I really am, because I love the country of America and I love American sports, but when it comes to American soccer, I hate them.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, just
See, this topic has come up in a previous Ask Adebola Bloke. The idea that football could become maybe the second or third most popular sport in America.
I'm sure it could, yeah.
I still disagree with you. I still disagree. And see, this is another example. People get all excited every World Cup when 20 million people watch one of their games over there. Well, now they've got to wait another 4 years for a meaningful football match in America.
You never know, maybe their players might start kneeling down during the anthem and that'll fuck up the popularity. So.
And I've heard the MLS is not doing well at all over there in terms of TV ratings.
Yeah.
So this is a big blow for them. We speak about America and the depression that the football people over there will be feeling.
Yeah.
What about England? Because, I mean, we've qualified We've qualified with no drama at all. We've barely let in a goal. And all there seems to be is depression over here, really. It seems to be a lot of, I don't know, what's the word? There's a bit of a malaise, isn't there?
I just remember reading something ages ago. I can't remember which book it was in. And they went through this little blueprint of standard thing for England every tournament. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it basically meant, it started off ironically with England qualifying normally with little to no trouble.
Yeah.
There's been some exceptions, I know that. But, just hang on. Oh, fuck, hang on. Give me a sec, guys. All right, oh God, what are we talking about now?
England.
Yeah, so England, qualified. Then it starts, and then the next stage is England going to the World Cup with people genuinely thinking we can win it.
Yeah.
Strange team and squad selections by the manager at the start of the tournament.
Yeah.
England progressing out of the group but never as winners. That's been true a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And then coming up against an old foe in the knockout stages. And the big thing as well was finding a scapegoat when we go out.
Yeah.
Last time, at least, it was the manager, and he went. So, I mean, the Euros anyway. So.
Yeah. Do you think that this time might be different in the sense that people just seem to have no expectations at all at the minute?
Yeah, it might do. But then the thing is, I don't think there's been any expectations in the last three tournaments.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I remember Euro 2012.
Yeah.
For me, was the first one where you could sense that people were really thinking, no, we're not going to do anything. And actually, the team really knuckled together and did okay in that one, I seem to remember.
But what is it about the England setup that has taken away people's excitement for it?
I just think that what it was, I mean, I'm sure there's deeper reasons to this, but I mean, maybe when I was just getting into football, it was still alive a little bit, but certainly generation above us, it's going to be the case that, yes, your league football of your bread and butter.
Yeah.
But, I mean, look at the amount of Blues supporters who still need counselling to cope with the Fulham defeat in 75.
Yeah.
And the reason being, just from speaking to people, was that the FA Cup was really, it was the biggest thing back then.
Yeah.
And we had a golden chance to win it really there, and, it was agonising the way we went out.
Yeah.
So FA Cup was sort of in a way bigger than the league. But then even bigger than that with the international teams. But then somewhere, it's pretty obvious, and it's increased money, sponsorship, power in the hands of certain people. Players are paid ridiculous amounts of money, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody, I wouldn't begrudge them that. If I could absolutely say that they were really, really bursting a gut. But then, so it's a combination of international football just meaning less nowadays.
Do you think that of all the countries in the world, we've probably got the highest percentage of football fans who prioritise club over country? Because I think if you asked regular football people, 90%, maybe more, maybe less at the big clubs, but 90% would say they'd rather see their club win the title than England win a World Cup.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, look at Spain, for example. I know that it's quite popular now, but to my knowledge, until Spain actually started winning tournaments, no one really gave a shit about the national team there either.
You're spot on there, because I remember, and we've both spent some time in Spain, but I remember before they got good, when was it, 2008?
Yeah.
Before then, it was just like it is over here, where the fans just shrugged their shoulders and said, who cares, we've got no chance.
Yeah, Italy's another one. I know that the average Italian doesn't really care too much. The Italy fans that you see in the crowd at their international tournaments are generally fans of the smaller, crappy teams in Serie C and C. I think Holland might be going this way as well.
Holland have failed to qualify, haven't they?
Oh, fucking hell, really?
Yep.
Shit, I don't know. Are you going to tell me? Because I don't know any of this, so...
We're going to have to run down the list. I've got all the teams here that have qualified so far.
Okay.
Maybe just give me a word or two on each one, whether it's about the country or the fans. Obviously Russia.
Okay, shithole country. But you know what? Politically, I'm sticking with it for a bit longer. Let's see how it pans out.
All right, let's just leave politics out of this one, yeah?
Okay, all right.
Brazil.
Well, I'll tell you this. They badly let me down, both as a football team and as football fans in 2014.
Yeah.
So I want to see a return back to the Brazil I know.
What if we had a group of Brazil? I don't even know if this is possible, but Brazil, England, Panama, Colombia.
I wouldn't be bothered if we went out as long as Panama and Colombia qualified.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. We can only hope that the Brazilian fans give a better account of themselves than they did last time.
Yeah. By the way, do you want to hear a little quick story? I obviously can't say the name, but this is from the World Cup 2006.
Yeah.
Now, this is basically the real-life version of scoring what you think is the winner in the last minute and then conceding straight away.
Yeah.
So this is a fella, he's from the south of England, that's all. So he went to the England games.
Do I know who you're talking about?
No, you don't know, thankfully.
Okay, go on.
That could be uncomfortable, but
all right.
He went to, he'd never been to an international tournament before.
Yeah.
So he went to the first game, which was a 0-1 against Paraguay, and he won.
Yeah.
But then he won quite a few thousand quid at a casino before the second game.
Yeah.
Right? Then he watched us beat Trinidad and Tobago. Not only that, he ended up having a threesome with two women from Trinidad on a party that night.
Yeah.
However, one of them gave him the clap. Oh, God.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, my God, you're not singing anymore, man, if ever that song is appropriate.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get back to the list, shall we?
Yeah, go on.
Iran.
Nothing. They're just nothing. Nothing country, nothing football team.
What about the nuclear threat from them?
There ain't one.
No. Japan.
I like their style of football. The fans are irritating.
Someone told me that you're into the women from Japan.
That's not true at all. I don't know who's told you that.
All right, I did make that up, to be fair. Now, this is a different story altogether. Mexico.
Gone. Oh, yeah, brilliant. I do like them when they're at the tournaments, and their women are terrific as well.
Yeah, good fans, good people.
Yep. Also, as well, tell you what I liked from them. Can't remember which World Cup it was. Might have been the last one.
Yeah.
You know what we would sing on goal kicks, or oh, shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, they just shout, puto, which means bitch, whore, right? But then I thought, what about if England played them, and every time their goalkeeper takes it, we go, oh, taco.
Okay, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or when they've got a free kick, build a wall, build a wall, build a wall. There you go.
Yeah. That could take off.
Yep.
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia. Yeah, they're all right.
Obviously, putting aside the fact that most of the hijackers on 9/11 were from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah, for that reason alone, I don't like them. Then, all right.
All right, Egypt.
I've actually had good conversations with some really sound Egyptians recently, so I'm going to wish them well for this tournament.
I think they're one of those countries that, when their immigrants come here, they tend to be good people that want to assimilate into society.
Yes. I was going to say, in a way, a similar thing with the Saudis.
Okay. Belgium.
No, I can't stand them. And I was so happy when they went out to Wales, because all the hype about them.
Yeah.
Nah, hate them.
Weren't they like the underdog sexy pick to win it?
Yeah, they were.
Interesting one. You spoke about this in the Millwall video. Germany.
Yeah. Nah, gone off them. I mean, the thing is, I used to hate them just because they were Germany.
Yeah.
But then over time, I don't know, I really started to respect them. But I don't know, as a country, I don't like how they've gone. And yeah, their football team, they're not really a sort of, the way they play. Nah, I don't like them. Really, really would take pleasure in us beating them now. Not that that can happen, but...
Are the German fans now going the same way as the types that we spoke about, the Dortmund lot, who I think you made a great description of. You said that they're there to almost do a job rather than to actually be football fans.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be surprising to see that actually if a big percentage of the German crowd is actually made up of Palace fans.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah.
All right, Nigeria.
I don't hate them, but they're so overhyped.
Yeah.
I mean, I was devastated in '94. They were seconds away from beating Italy in the knockout stage, and then Italy equalised. And I was really, really gutted for them. But since then, they've just been a team that's just taking up space. And what's with these stupid nicknames these sides give themselves when they've never done anything? I think they're called the Super Eagles, aren't they?
The Super Eagles.
Well, they ain't super, are they? They've never been past the quarters.
And also, again, that's a Palace thing, isn't it, Eagles?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Oh, man, yeah. If Nigeria play Germany, it's going to be split loyalties down in that part of Croatia.
Jesus. Yeah. All right, well, I'll tell you what, this is one... I don't even want to say how I feel about this one, but maybe you can. Iceland.
Who?
Iceland.
Are they there again?
Well, yeah.
This is, by the way, nothing to do with the fact that they knocked us out. We were so bad that just, we deserved to go out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's the cringeworthy football fans thing again, and it's...
You're saying we shouldn't spend any more time on them?
No, I want to go... No, come on, let's move on.
No, I agree with you. Portugal.
I really dislike Portugal. However, I do like certain Portuguese people, and I like some of their players, and at the end of the day, I think it's good to have them at a tournament.
Ronaldo or Messi?
Ronaldo all the way.
Okay. Having said that, Argentina.
Well, apart from the sort of twacky PlayStation generation's obsession with Messi and the like, I do actually like Argentina. Rivalry with England aside, I think their fans are terrific.
Great fans.
They were brilliant in Brazil.
The Argentina fans embarrassed the Brazil fans.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I'll tell you one of my favourite moments of that last World Cup.
Yeah.
Argentina played Iran.
Yeah.
And as I've already said, nothing really against Iran, but it was quite funny because you see in this team, bursting their blood vessels to get what would have been a draw with Argentina.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, Messi scored the winner in injury time, but it was just the way that the Argentina fans went mental. It was just good to see.
Yeah. I understand it was actually Messi again that's put them through in dramatic fashion last night.
Amazing thing is, Messi's not actually that popular in Argentina.
Is that right?
That's correct. They look at it as more Spanish because he's basically been really raised in the football term in Spain. I think under Barcelona's youth system. And I remember reading a very good article about it a while ago about the difficulty that he's had in winning over the average Argist.
Was that in The Guardian?
No, it wasn't. It was in a decent one. I think it was even on a football website, but like a decent one with literate reporters. So, yeah.
Okay, so sticking to that part of the globe, Uruguay.
Yeah, I like them. I'm all right with them. I've got a lot of time for them. Suarez aside, I like their players.
Yeah.
I like Forlan. Always a fan of Diego Forlan.
Yeah. Wasn't he a bit of a flop at Man U?
He was, but it was a weird one where he took absolutely ages to score his first goal.
Yeah.
And then he had a season where he couldn't really get in the side very much, but when he did, he had a habit of scoring crucial goals.
Yeah.
He got 2 goals at Liverpool, and then I seem to remember he got an injury time winner against Chelsea, which was really vital for the title.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Colombia.
Oh, brilliant. I mean, the women of Colombia they're out of this world. I like Colombia. It's a shame they haven't qualified for more World Cup over the years.
Yeah.
They had some characters as well, that country.
They're the ones that had a bit of a controversy, didn't they? Because they had that side that was actually supposed to be achieving something.
Oh, yeah, in the early 90s, they had Asprilla,
Yeah.
Valderrama,
Yeah.
Freddy Rincon, Escobar, R.I.P.
Spain.
Nah, can't stand it. Like the country, don't like the team.
France.
Nah, can't stand it.
Would we like to see France go out at the group stage?
I'd love nothing more. You were alive in 2002, weren't you?
I was.
Oh, God, when they went out of the World Cup in the first round and didn't even score a goal. That was phenomenal.
Serbia.
Serbia?
Yeah.
I like him just because of Zigic. Yeah, one of my favourite players of all time, Zigic.
Great player, great person. And I've noticed, because there's a couple of Serbs in the NBA,
Yeah.
I've noticed they all seem to be decent characters.
All right.
There's something about that part of the world that creates people with something about them.
It's that southeastern Europe, it's the Balkans in it. They're all right, you know.
Yeah, that's right. And then finally, Poland.
Yeah, I love them. Like, Poland have got a good, like, domestic fan culture. It's really sort of Millwall-like.
Yeah.
National team-wise, I mean, especially when they hosted the tournament, it did seem to become a little bit more Crystal Palace-esque. But I think it made a slightly better return in the last tournament. It's going to be a good World Cup, I think.
It's got the makings of it.
Definitely.
Okay, so predict for me right now the semi-finals. I know it's early, but you've got a habit of being a bit of a prophet when it comes to stuff like this.
Okay. Do you know what? Because maybe some people, this is a ridiculous thing to say, but I tell you what, people would have also said ridiculous that Greece would have won it in 2004.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with the semi-finals. Russia against Germany.
Oof.
And the other semi-final is going to be Brazil against Panama.
Oh, I'll tell you, listen.
The final will be Germany against Panama.
Oh.
Panama winning with a controversial penalty in injury time.
Oh my God.
And do you know what? When they win that game, all of a sudden, you are going to see world peace.
Oh my God.
Everyone's going to realise that, do you know what? There really is hope for this planet.
Oh my! Listen to me. If Panama make the semi-final, especially if it's against Brazil, but either way.
Yeah.
And I know there's some complications on this that we don't need to get to here, but I'd like to be there and I'd like to take you with me.
Oh, can you imagine?
Certain things you need to be there for.
Anyway, we still on for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, mate.
See ya.